everybody! Welcome back to Chain Echoes. It is that time again. No passing here. Okay, so let's actually take a little looky-loo. We have made it into the city of Nisa. So we defeated the big tentacle bombardment thing that the Vayan sent against us. And then we opened... Well, we didn't open it. What fucking name? Not Melanie. It's something like that, though, right? Marjorie. Something. I don't remember. We made it into Nisa. And we're hunting a bunch of keys around there. But it's feeling pretty like end of the gamey. Which is fine. But we've got a lot of stuff left on our board. And so I'm all like, that's curious to me. We've got so much stuff on the board. Is there stuff that we need to be doing? Right? Like, so we're going to do a little bit of an around the world. And just to look around and see if we can maybe, like, find some stuff. I don't think we've got anything here at home. At the Hermit's Isle. Because we have already looked around here. And we already did the whole, you know, like, are there any more recruits? Blah, 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 blah type thing. So, we're going to go down the list. And just kind of explore a little bit. Kind of just see what's what. Look around. We're not going to check literally every location or anything like that. But we're just going to kind of like look around, see if we've got any new scenes or people to talk to or anything like that. Maybe if we can go into some new areas, old areas, blah, 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 blah. So, fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes. Still nothing there. So it still looks like Terran has full control over Farnsport. And they have for a while. Even though we've kind of like defeated-ish Terran. So. It'd be what it be, though. Casey watching raunchy stuff in the background. Oh, it doesn't matter. You're okay, baby. I was mostly just messing with you because I heard, don't call me daddy. And I was like, wait, what? Nice. Even if my pop filter was not in the way, Odie is in the way. Good job, Odie. Oh, shit. We got skills to learn. I say we got skills to learn, but we're basically just learning any stat booster that we have left. Ooh, after stat boosters, I guess take some other stuff. Revenge, maybe? I could see Fallen Restoration being decent. I could see Berserker being decent. Yeah, we'll go Berserker. Ball. Naturopathy. Not. Oh, you know what? Silver Lining would actually probably be worth picking up for the Earthworm reward. Because the Earthworms kill us in one hit. So if we have Silver Lining on, then we won't die in one hit. So, which means we'll survive a little bit longer. So that's probably a pretty decent thing to pick up. We'll take Larynx back, I suppose. Alright, good enough. So yeah, we still can't get back to the prior locations. Fine. Easy peasy on to Tormund. And we'll go look around here, see if we can explore Tormund a little bit. And even though we control, our people control Tormund, it's still like, nah, don't go that way. Yikes. Big yikes. That's fine. This guy's dead. All his people are dead. We also have a bunch of mats we can get from Romanus and bosses, basically. So we can go repeat some of the unique monsters, you know? That's a highly specific loadout needed to succeed. It's more like solving a puzzle than coming up with a strategy. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are multiple different ways we could do it, right? But that just seems like coming to mind. That's an easy way I think we could do it. If we have just 2 people with Silver Lining on, then, you know, that's... Because we have to survive 5 actions from them. So if we survive 5 actions, then... Or to survive 5 actions, we just need 2 people with Silver Lining. So, should be good. Well, I say that, but it depends on whether or not they AoE. So that is a pretty specific situation. Also, how's it going, Lime? And how's it going, Wild? I'm doing pretty good tonight. It's rough getting back in the swing of things after the Thanksgiving break and having to go back to work after being off for a week. With the addition of it being holiday time and 15 million different projects all kind of crunched up at the end trying to finish the year. So that is somewhat tedious. But aside from those pain points, things are going pretty good. Hope you are doing well yourself. Odie ran away from me. Didn't like me anymore. You've been digging through the mine a bit at a time in Friends of Mineral Town, the original 2003 version. Okay, what the fuck is that? Friends of Mineral Town? Oh, shit. Oh, it's the old Harvest Gotcha. Okay. That's cool. Sounds fun. Now, Story of Seasons. Ah, gotcha. It has been a very long time since I've put honest hours into a Harvest Moon game. New deals. What do we get? Oh, okay. Close 9. Sweet. Light and heavy 9. Cool. Get some nectar. And some ambrosia. That's nice. Ultra material pack. We need 1 more expensive doorknob. Okay. We are getting closer to all of the ultimates as well. You've been doing well? Trying to work out some fun gimmicky dungeons for your D&D group? Hell yes. That was always a good time. Always a good time. I sink too many hours into making up random fucking encounters and or dungeon ideas or things like that that will likely never see the light of day. I should, like, compile them all into a book or fucking PDF or some shit like that and just put them out there. Okay, nothing in Tormund, it looks like. Let's head to New Wyrnshire. I'm getting the feeling that we just have to progress further before we can unlock anything. We'll see, though. Let's go see if, what's-her-face is present. Right, I forgot. We killed her, her advisor. He went, like, not evil, but very anti-us on us. Bran is not here. Okay, well. See what it be, I suppose. Rolling Fields. Okay, we're just gonna fly around a little bit. Okay, so nothing with them. Kind of like looking around for potential loose ends. And couldn't get in the door. Nothing in there. Nothing in here. Guess I'll ask here. Do you think a weakened deity dungeon would be interesting to play through? By weakened deity, you mean the player's deity is in direct opposition to the deity that holds sway over the dungeon and makes the player's connection weaker. Oh. I find that it obviously it depends on your group, but I find that it's always important to err on the side of caution if you are going to weaken your players' capabilities, and make sure that they're open for that type of thing, right? Because some players really aren't, and some players are, as long as they're not blindsided by it, right? Like, some players are really, really okay with that, as long as it just doesn't come out of nowhere, like they just step into a place and then boom, they're fucking, like, half as strong as they used to be, that type of thing. It's kind of like it's akin to the being taken prisoner problem, in that players will get themselves killed rather than relinquish power or, you know, their own control, because a lot of reasons, but, you know. So I would say, generally speaking, I think it's a perfectly fun thing, as long as it makes narrative sense for what's going on. And if it's just like a quick one-off thing, probably not, right? Like, I would probably go with something else. But if it's something that's been building over time, like your party is aligned with one deity and is fighting against this other deity, and they know they've got to go to this place, and they know that that deity holds sway over this place, yada, 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 then I think, yeah, it could make perfect sense. Not taking away power directly, but creatures have resistance, but no outright stealing agency. Then yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, and again, especially it's the conclusion of this arc of the campaign. Easy peasy. Definitely then. I would say no problems. Because then it's a scenario, again, especially if they know that they're getting into it, right? They know that this is the place that they're going, that they know that this is a showdown, etc., etc. That implies this concept of bringing your A game. I would say maybe, maybe slip in the concept that, like if they have any way to research or find out about the place or talk to someone about it, that someone could be like, hey, there's things here that might give you a problem, and this is why they might be a problem for you. And that way your players can kind of potentially prepare for it, or at least know going in that certain options are less favorable options for them, right? Because that makes it feel like they do their due diligence type scenario. Regardless, though, I do think, a dungeon that's intended to be the end of an arc where you're dealing with like powerful creatures or empowered entities, absolutely. I'll design encounters for my players all the time that favor one player over the other, or that, this thing might have stun immunity, or these things might have stun immunity, which makes, the monk in the party less, prepared to be able to do things there. But to compensate, I'll make someone else make them weaker to something else, basically, right? So if you're going to have them have resistance to something, I would make sure that they have a vulnerability to something, right? And it doesn't have to be like perfectly equal, obviously, but it helps to kind of like balance the concept out. Okay, I feel like we're kind of listless here, so let's head to Cortara. It's not really feeling like we're getting anything. Granted, we're kind of just flying around right now, but... Oh, we should go check what's-his-face. Love the music here, actually. Hey! How about a deal? Got some stuff to sell you. Rusty Katana and Soul of Parnes. Yeah, absolutely. We'll buy both of those. Out of interesting goods. Unfortunate. That's okay, though. That brings our total... Makes it easier to understand compared to other places you've asked. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, the thing about RPGs or tabletop RPGs or role-playing in general is that it all depends on who you're playing with and what their temperament is and what they enjoy and what you enjoy. So it's really a crapshoot. It's you can ask for as much advice as you want all over the place, but everyone's gonna have a different concept and everyone's gonna have different experience, etc., etc. So, okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 out of 12, and we have 8 souls. So we're kind of getting there. Otis Baboderi. You're getting startled a lot these days, boys. Boys beans? Boysenberry? Calm down. Okay. Let's just jump. We're gonna run around town. See if there's anyone new to talk to. Because, I mean, we did just fly into a location and that guy had new shit to sell us, so who knows? Maybe there's a place that we can go that we once could not. You're still pissing? That guy's been pissing for like 80 hours. Maybe not that long, but been a very long time. That guy's still sleeping. He's been sleeping for like 80 hours. Nope, no dice? Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna sculpt down a lot of beer whenever I'm not around. That's fair. Oh. Sometimes it do be that way. Oily mango. Back here. I think we already checked the elevator. Yeah. Nothing nice there. You should mention that this is the 3rd or 4th campaign with this group, and you found they like challenges to be on the harder side. Like ogres being a thing that they head out to hunt in the first village and they're level 2. That's fair. Yeah, then I would say absolutely. It sounds like you've played enough with this group to understand what they enjoy and what they're capable of doing. So yeah, I would say, you know, probably in line with what you're going for. I just always, like I was saying, right? Like, when I tweak something up in a direction, I try to make sure that there's something to compensate, right? Is there a difference between ogres and oni? It depends on what you're playing. But in the specification of D&D, yeah, ogres are just big, dumb brutes, right? That are a giant kin. And I think technically Oni are also giant kin in D&D lore, but they're also like demon kin. Like they're a magical variant. But I also think that depends on the edition of lore that you're playing in. So, but I could be wrong because I am not an encyclopedia of that shit. And the biggest difference in like 5e is that ogres are just big meat sacks with a lot of strength. Oni are cunning, magical, dangerous creatures that cast Cone of Cold and will fuck up a low-level party very quickly. Because that spell does way too much fucking damage at a low level. And you saw some people face an Oni who almost wiped them in a game of 5e. You'd think they're around level 8, or if not higher. Yeah, Oni can be especially nasty because of the magical capabilities that they have. Primarily their ability to cast some big-ticket spells, which can do a lot of damage very rapidly to an unprepared party. On the flip side, though, if you've watched things like Critical Role, if a party knows that they're going up against an Oni, sometimes they can just delete it in like a round and a half of combat. So it really depends on the situation, but that's more of an issue of 5th edition than it is of Oni themselves. It's a weird kind of scenario. But they're a fun I think Oni are a fun monster type for having a bunch of them for high level play. Because they make pretty good, interesting, threatening creatures for high level play. If you have several of them. Or having them be like a boss monster if you're playing like mid-level play, like probably 8th level is a pretty good place to kind of start that scenario. 8th level might be... It's weird. Because of their design, it's basically Cone of Cold, I think, that they have. That causes them to be very feast or famine. right? Because if you take an Oni against an 8th level party and turn 1 out of the gate, you Cone of Cold all of them, and you get good rolls and they get bad rolls, you can smoke a fucking party. And if you built up other things about the combat, assuming that the Oni isn't gonna get to hit everyone and blah 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 blah, it can definitely lead to really bad issues very, very quickly. So it's one of those kind of like hard balance monsters. We've kind of been around in here. I don't really feel like we need to be here anymore. So far, not especially profitable. A katana and a soul is better than nothing, though. And of course, as always, right, like, whenever I muse or offer advice about something like D&D, take it with a grain of salt, because it really is that quintessential concept of every table is different, everyone's experience is different. So, you know, you'd have a table that's like, we hunt Oni for breakfast, and then one table that's like, yeah, we were 12th level and this Oni killed all of us. That's a rough one, but I would not be surprised. You play with homebrew training rules, and you didn't think the wizard trainer would agree to enchant some poison that was bought from the rogue trainer? Fair enough. Yeah, I try... It's a... Oh, we already read that. I try to, like, you know, I think it's the hallmark of a good DM to try to allow their players to come up with clever things. So when you build in homebrew mechanics like that, it just broadens how much players have the liberty to stretch things. And it can be very difficult to keep things within a particular... Like, I have, like, crafting rules for each of my different characters, and research rules, and training regimens, and things like that, and it's like, it's all really cool stuff, but every single thing you add to the list is, like, another layer of balance complication that you're like, oh, fuck, did I just screw myself over here? Oh, no. So... But I think, for me, personally, that makes playing... Right, because, like, I, as a DM, may be a DM, but I'm just as much a player in the overall game itself. But the way I get to play is by doing those types of things in the background, right? Running NPCs and running combats and everything like that, sure, but doing all the other stuff in the background lets me actually play out those kinds of systems on my own. So. Enchanted poison made a massive barrel of beer into an easy finishing move. There you go. Look. That works. I like those types of things, though, because, right, it turns a scenario of, like, it's subterfuge. It's, like, so much of 5th edition D&D, specifically, has been boiled down, and this is not a knock at the game. I love 5th edition. It's quite fun to play, but so much of the 5th edition D&D kind of like mechanics have been streamlined into ease of use combat, and the ease of use combat is very weighted for players. So I think it's a lot of fun when players come up with ideas on how to skip combats or how to beat combats in a non-combat way, right? So, quite fun. Wasn't there... Yeah, there's a fucking... Let's check this out. I remember having to run from this and then never really coming back to it, so... I say that. We might have come back to it, but I don't particularly remember. We'll see. Nice. Okay, not too bad. Joyous day. Okay, them just spamming a one-shot kill move is not the great... Well, I potentially had that until I fucking pressed the wrong button. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? What are these guys weak to? Nothing. They're weak to nothing. That's fine. There we go. Significantly better situation. Alright. Now they can't beat me, even if they Vital Strike all the time. Yeah, I'm overheated. Get over it. Alright. I wonder if this actually, like... I think I already got all the stuff here. Oh, right, because it just leads to this X. Yeah, so I totally have gotten that. I just haven't necessarily fought those guys in a long time. That's okay. No worries. We've been into the church key, or into the church key. We've been into the church, and in the church, it opens up the room to the bottom left. And we've been in here, and the tablets in here just tell us the location of the statues of Leonard. That's how we opened up the 3 statues. The training rules are basically there for teaching homebrew feats or as crafting trainers. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah. I do, like, very rudimentary, like, training rules as for my characters or my players as well. Because it's just, like, a lot of times people get into things and then they're like, well, I would really like to be able to do this, but, you know. You and the players have to agree to the feats side of things? Yes, yeah. That's another big thing that a lot of people I don't know... I mean, I think most people do it, right? But I think people who have trouble as players and DMs, it's really important to have open communication with your players if you're a DM, or with your DM if you're a player. Like, reach out and talk to them about things and be like, hey, I'm interested in doing this thing. What do you think about it? Let's talk about it. That type of scenario. Because a lot of people, like, stay pretty shy or introverted, or you know, like, expectant but not willing to discuss those expectations. I wonder if we can get into the secret place now. I'm assuming no. But who knows? Wait, what? I went too far. I went too far. A long time since I've listened to Aurora. Stop right there. How the fuck am I a no-name? Hold the fucking phone. Okay. What about Victor? Is Victor a no-name? I'm gonna do this with every fucking character, aren't I? Yeah, because now it's a thing. Now I'm like legitimately concerned that it's just having the right character in the lead. I hope it's not, because that hasn't been a thing this entire game. But you're usually very much the improv type of GM, but you can really turn it up to 11 with this group. That's good. I like to improv a lot, but I like to improv from a base of comfort, which means I probably over prepare. It also depends on what I'm playing, right? Like if I'm playing something that is more homebrew, I'm way more willing to just wing it. But if I'm playing a module, right, especially a module that I've been prepping for way too freaking long, then I really prefer to have like a strong base, because in those instances, I make more informed decisions about what's going to happen in the future. Whereas the future matters less in a homebrew environment when you're just kind of like spaghetti and meatballsing it, right? That type of scenario. At least from personal experience. Yikes! Okay. Well, I doubt Mika's going to be the last line of success here. You prepare the big things, but the minor things are hard to prepare. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. How do we have this set up? Oh god, everyone's out of order now. Everyone's out of order. Let's get Sienna here. We had Raphael. We had Bethral. That's the party we're interested in right now. Cool. Alright, well, talking to that guy in different... with a different party leader did nothing, so... The only thing I really remember up here is... oh, I wonder if Otter Nobunaga's up here. Yeah. I need to fly down here. Legendary pun boss. Yeah. Interesting. This was just a... okay, nothing here. It's not looking like there is a whole lot going on. Oh, can't enter from this side. Gotcha. Usually do luck rolls for items for a week of in-game time, and magical items needs to be either crafted or found from extremely difficult bosses. Like, fuck yeah. I'm very liberal with magic items in my games the majority of the time. Sometimes, like, on the rare occasions that I roll, like, Grimdark or like survival style games, I'll be very stingy with items instead. But all the rest of the time, I tend to play like very high fantasy. In that, like, I want my party to have a bunch of magic and a bunch of capabilities and to feel really, really strong. Like, I want them to feel strong because it's kind of a selfish reason, but that means that I get to make really strong, crazy challenges and things like that. And I get to do it with less concern for killing my party. Because I'm like, oh, they have like 50,000 options and items and things like that. They'll figure out a way to win, you know? So I can then be very just fucking liberal with what I give to my enemies. So it's a slippery slope though. Strategy, keep hitting. Strategy, move correctly, do not die. That do be the way of things quite often. I wonder if we can go back into the factory that's all fucked up. If your players want high fantasy where magic is common, then yeah. But before you start building, you ask them? Yeah. Perfectly fair. Usually the answer is mid to low magic. Perfect 1-2 combo of moving correctly and do not dying. Exactly. As it should be. Yeah, it would actually be, I say would actually be. There is a... There is a low magic setting that I've been kind of semi-putting together for a long time. That I don't know that I'll ever play, but I try to like have a lot of things in the back pocket if I'm ever interested in doing something. Plus, it just lets me creatively mess around with different ideas and things like that. But yeah, I have a low magic setting that is kind of like low magic / survival. And I would be very interested in playing it one of these days, but we'll see how it goes. I don't think we've really got much going on. We're gonna pop out and we're gonna go fly for a second because there's a couple of different locations that we can only fly to. The Hug, for example. How's everyone doing here? No golden shop. Ugh, I don't want it. I'm sorry. I forgot. You take me to a whole place. Please. I don't want it. You need more dialogue. I need to be able to see your hair more. You need more stuff going on with you. Get out of here. I need more water is what I need. How's this place doing now that, what's-his-face is gone? Oh, hello. The smell of bacon is gone? Too bad. Lady just had to mention the smell of bacon being gone. What an odd thing to add. This bad boy can fit so many Can it? You gotta say it's amazing how well you're able to play and carry on a combo about something else at the same time. You say that. I do appreciate the compliment, but I have a super bad habit of getting in the habit of just like sitting here and talking into the camera for like a long time and not playing the game at all. Ugh. I don't think there's anything further in here that we want, so I think we're gonna bounce. I think we've got to just continue on with the game. I don't think we've really found anything. There's one or two other locations that we could like check, but I don't think the game's gonna let us do some of these other things. Like we can't get further into Perpetua. We haven't found hammer beating in the sky. We haven't found the Goblin's Dilemma. We can't get further into O'Grain. We can't get to the secret place in Arcant. I mean, I say all of that as if they're, like, guarantees, but it's entirely possible that I can, and I just haven't found the right, location. So, that might not be particularly true. But, I think we're just gonna go to Nisa and progress. Even though we do have some stuff, we have some new gear that we could work on. I don't really want to do that right now, so instead we will move onwards. But I'm going to run and grab new water real quick, so I will be right back. Shame the Mappa for taking my kitty cats from me. Yeah, but you're going to take my kitty cats from me. Oh, yeah, the totally... Hey, kitty cat, do you want to come to bed?
Tell them nothing.
This time.
Bitch asses.
You say that now. That's true. And fair. Alright, we now have Bronze Key and Silver Key. We've unlocked both of the Silver Keys that we've found. We've got a bunch of Bronze Key stuff. So let's noodle around and see what we see there. I feel like we're gonna have to fight these guys. Do we have anything that we need to do with them? We need more pig ears. We'll do that as we're going through the next section. We need 20... We need 39 chests. Holy fuck. A lot of treasure chests. And then... Wait, what? Oh, then we need the actions from the earthworms. So we're actually almost done with the Nisa stuff. Or at least it feels like we're close to it. Yeah. Let's give it a go. Aww. Well, that's not great. You recently finished watching the first 30 episodes of the Beast Bard playthrough, and it makes you want to play a summoner of some kind? Ah! I had a lot of fun with Pathfinder. I don't know, after having played all the way through the game as Beast Bard, I don't know that I would actually recommend it to a person who really wants to play a summoner. But that's because I think they nerfed... They didn't nerf summons. Summons are actually still very strong. They did nerf summons, but they're still very, very strong. And I think they're super fun to play. I'm just not sure Beast Bard would be the way that I would play it. The issue for me with Beast Bard is that... you'd probably... Yes, I think Monster Tactician would be a potentially better one to play. Yes. The issue that I had with Beast Bard is that the summons that you get at the end with Beast Bard, or I could say this, you could play Beast Bard for a good portion of the game, and it'd be great. It's very weak at the beginning, but after like 3 or 4 levels, it gets very strong. And it's very fun to play, very satisfying to play. But eventually, when you get your highest tier summons, it sucks because your highest tier summon sucks. Or the 2 highest tier summons are crap, and the one below them are really annoying to use because they take up your whole freaking screen. So it turns into a very kind of like you play a summoner for a goodly portion of the game, and then you stop playing a summoner because your summons aren't good anymore, or if they are good, like they're still the third variant is still effective. They're just frustrating to use. So it's not something that I would recommend for that particular class, unfortunately. I say that. I still had a great time with it. It was still super effective, right? Like, it still did all of the content perfectly fine. The mid-game, right, from, like, levels 3 to 17, probably not even that high, though. It's very strong in a lot of the locations, right? But then at the end, it's not that it's bad, because you get so much other stuff as a bard that you're perfectly fine. You're still effective, you still buff a lot of things, you can still do a lot of interesting stuff. It just, you lose that fantasy of being a summoner because your summons are meh at that point. You've somewhat enjoyed using Woljifs thus far, and he only just joined up. You have to see how good Sela is as a Scald. Ooh, that would be a fun thing to do with Sela. Good point. You should probably play a Damp Wizard into Lich then. Look. Yeah. I will say, like, I'm critical as a summoner player because I really like summons. In a lot of the games that I play, if I have the option of playing a summoner, I will play summon, right? Like, I will I will play the shit out of, like, necromancers or conjurers or things like that. And that's why I really enjoyed the playstyle in Pathfinder up until a certain point, and the only reason I stopped enjoying it is because the summons that you get at the highest tier are bad. Like, they're just really badly balanced, you know? Call it Damp Wizard because spelling Chromancer is a pain on the phone. Yeah, absolutely. All these corridors wine cellars because this is their primary use at the moment. Originally, they surely had another purpose. This makes me think of Vagrant Story, the wine cellar. This is kind of spoopy. Ambrosia. We should take a look at Ambrosia, because we've been getting more of those here lately. And we have 6 Ambrosia. Heals all HP. Heals all TP for Nectar. And Elixirs heal all HP and TP. That's pretty interesting. Does it? I have no fucking clue. I have 0 idea. On that particular front, I was just gonna context clues and be like, okay, that sounds fun. I really wanted, like, if I ever go back and play Pathfinder, which I don't know that I'll ever do on stream, but I might do off stream. I could see myself playing Pathfinder on stream if I was doing, like, streaming as a full-time job or something like that. But otherwise, it just takes so much time. I can eat phantoms. Run. In that particular case, I really want to try Lich out, because it gets unique companions, and it's got a whole bunch of other stuff. It's very cool. Is Latin for blood? Sweet. Fucking cool. Get in here, Tomke. I need you to eat something. Dark Scythe. Yes. Interesting that the ghosts are weak to dark rather than light. Seems a little strange. Ooh. Wait, did he just go back to back? I think he did. Ghostly Whisper. Chaos King? I believe in you. Could not have believed. Come on. And swap in for the chomping. Being able to eat at sub 50% HP is so much better than 25% HP. So much better. Chaos King. Yeah. Nice. We got memories. That's somewhat crappy. Getting strong Vagrant Story vibes. You filled a notebook with build ideas for Wrath of the Righteous, but have only done like 2 to 3 playthroughs. Yeah, that game has so... And they keep adding content, right? Like, I think it was not too long ago that they actually added another thing. I say not too long ago. It was several months at this point, I believe. But I think they added another, like, couple of subclasses. Yeah, Lord of Nothing just got released. There you go, right? So, like, there's... I will stand by this statement over and over and over again, is the idea that that game, as long as you like that kind of game, that game has almost too much content in it. It is absolutely bang for your buck. Like, there is so much going on in it that you can do. It's crazy. It's wild. I'm kind of sad. I don't think Magnolia is actually that good, unfortunately. I want her to be. I really want to use the Witch Girl. But I don't think she hits hard enough to warrant the fact that she can't hit all the time. And I don't think her hit alls, like, if she gets a 10, yeah, she slaps. But you get a 10 so infrequently that I don't think it makes up for the fact that your 7s, 8s, and 9s just hit, like, normal people's AoEs. And then all of the rest of the stuff, all the rest of the time, you either fail or you just single target hit. You had to put aside time to just read the books you stocked up? Yes. Oh my god, there's so much lore in the game. I mean, a lot of it is kind of like, if you were already aware of Pathfinder lore, you don't really have to read it. You're probably already aware of a fair amount of it. But I am not a Pathfinder junkie, so most of it was very new lore to me. Which meant that it was very interesting and very rich, and I felt very, like, drawn into the world, and wanted to read it all. I wish there was some sort of quality of life system that was like, you've read this book. Like, it, like, gave you a check mark on a book or something like that, or, you know, like, you could use a book as, like, a usable item, and then it went into, like, a journal or something like that. You're not going to say it just in case, but you found Ember's patron to be really cool to learn about? Ah, that would be really cool. That was something that I always wanted to go down that path, or always wanted to get that information, but it never came to light in the playthrough that I was playing, right? And I had people talk to me about it that were like, what do you mean Ember's patron? She's not like a warlock. And I was like, okay, yeah, but she's got the fucking burb just hanging out, you know, and everything. And I'm like, she's got someone watching over her. She's got something happening there. But yeah. I thought it, I really liked Ember as a character. I thought she was very cool. Scholar's Habit. That is a 9, I believe. Oh, really? That's an 8? Okay, maybe we're not as close to the end as we think we are, because we've mostly been getting 9s, but we did just get an 8 right there. So maybe the game is just giving us the feels of, hey, you're at the end, but you're not really at the end yet. He seems to be a bit too sweet to be in Wrath. Yes, absolutely, right? Like, and the entire time, I kept thinking, right? Like, obviously, low spoilers or no spoilers, in the way that I'm going to describe this. I kept waiting for the drop. And kept waiting for the drop, right? Because, like, in Wrath of the Righteous, so much bad stuff happens, that I very much assumed that more bad stuff was going to continue to happen. And don't get me wrong, it does, but not in the same way, if that makes sense. Okay, we have kind of explored both of those. Let's head this way. $29 out of 39. Yeah, we got a couple of treasure chests during that. Don't see anything. Also don't see anything. Hey, explore most of the area. Nice. Job done. Are we capped on anybody or close to capped? 893, 930. No, we're fine. We are fine. We're fine. I was braver than you. You still haven't beaten Wrath on core. The hardest you've done was just below, can't remember the exact name. I think just below core is normal, I think, right? Because I think core is considered like the basic hard difficulty. And at first, honestly, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to play core. You think it's hard or daring? Ah, gotcha. I didn't want to play on core initially, but some of the statements that I read, because I tried to go into Pathfinder or Wrath of the Righteous as unspoiled as I could, but I wanted to have a basic understanding of like the difficulty of the game, because I knew it was going to be a long game, so I didn't want to, like, make myself, you know, bored or anything like that. And I had a lot of what I read from people said that if you played on anything below core, that aside from the initial portion of the game, the first, like, 5 levels, that the game got really, really easy. And I don't know that I would say that the game got really, really easy, but I do think the game, especially towards the end, gets pretty damn easy, except for the cheesiness that it kind of gets. But even then, a lot of the times you can ignore a fair amount of the cheesiness. So that's kind of the reason why I was like, I guess I'll play on core, is because I wanted to make sure that things felt challenging. Because when I play things and they don't feel challenging, I tend to get bored very quickly. You don't like being spoiled on RPGs either? Had that happen with XC3. C3. Gamer rants? Yeah, like, it's not the end of the world if I get spoiled. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, gotcha. And the website? Ah. Understood. Yeah, it's not the end of the world if I get spoiled on something, but it does suck some of the fun out of it, right? So I've gotten more and more particular about it these days. Just because, right, like, learning the wrong thing for me can really make me not care about playing a game at all. Or make a game not really fun to play anymore. I know that sounds weird, but, like, I can be enjoying a game and absolutely love a game and then learn a particular thing about a game and then be like, oh, now I don't care about the game at all. Which sounds very strange, but... and obviously it's not about everything. It has to be particular things. But yeah. Yay! We got Agamemnon version 5. Fuck yeah. I definitely feel like there's some stuff over there that we should be able to get to, but currently cannot. You still can't believe they popped up on your Google search with a picture of big story spoiler, and you won't believe. Oh, fuck that. That's oh right. Crunchyroll did that to me. Yeah, I told Jay about that the other day. Spoiled One Piece stuff for me, right? Crunchyroll just flat out like, boom, here's this big thing about One Piece, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, wow. Damn. And it was fresh too. Like it wasn't like, here's this thing from like 6 months ago. No, it was like, hey, we just aired these episodes, and here you fucking go. It's like, wow. Well, that's concerning. I feel like I was pretty thorough about that. I'm gonna move on the concept that that other door that we were going to be at is a way for us to find those other things. Okay, so in there. So we got to go to 1. That's fine. You got spoiled as to a book series you've been reading, which was probably dumb on your part. You did at least get the enjoyment of finding out how things got to that point, at least. Actually, yeah, I got spoiled a little bit on a book series I'm currently reading as well. And I got spoiled on it like 9 months ago. I didn't even know what I was getting spoiled on. Actually, is the silly thing. But I saw it just popped up in my feed on YouTube. I saw a little animation for something. So, like, a lot, for whatever reason, because, you know, I watch a lot of, like, live plays and things like that. Watching that stuff on YouTube often means that adjacent stuff will show up. So, YouTubers who make like little animations of scenes or moments from those live plays shows up a lot on my feed. So I click on that type of stuff because I'm like, oh, what rendition of what thing am I watching now? And it wasn't one of those. I had no fucking clue what it was, but come to find out, it was an animation from a book series. And I read it, and it was pretty major spoilers. And I still didn't have any fucking context for what it was until I started reading the book series like two or 3 months ago, and got into. I didn't even remember what had happened until I got pretty close to that part, and I was like, oh wait, well, I know how all this ends. Fuck. So, fortunately, it was so close to the cusp that it didn't really, like, it didn't ruin the reveal for me, right? It was just right on the edge there. But yeah. Needless to say, you decided to block that gamer rants for future-proofing yourself from spoilers on games? Yeah, fuck yeah. Not the name. Actually forgot the name of the site. Gamer Rants is a YouTube channel. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, there's it's a lot, right? And again, I'm not one of those people that's super die hard. Oh my god, don't you fucking spoil me. I'll be pissed. If I get spoiled on something, I'll be like, dang, I've been spoiled, right? And if people are like, if I'm asking people not to spoil and they're like in the channel going fucking hardcore spoiling, then I'll time them out, right? Because I'll just be like, sit down, shut up. But normally, if I get a little spoiled, I'm like, okay, it's no big deal, right? Not a problem. It's just certain things trigger, right? Like certain things are like, oh no, that actually hurts to know because now I have this thing, this really motivating thing taken from me. Muramasa and Silver Bolero. Okay, so Muramasa is gonna be the 9 for Sienna, I'm assuming. Weapons. Looks like it. Yes, that is a 9 for Sienna, and then the Silver Bolero is another 9, which is good because we need another 2 9s, actually. Actually, I think we have the 3 requisite 9s we need now. Usually, it's not a non-issue if you get spoiled, but with Xenoblade, it really got to me. Yeah, that's fair. That's the other thing. Like, certain things I don't give a shit about being spoiled about at all, right? Like, certain series, I don't care if I get spoiled on. It just doesn't matter. It's not a relevant point in my interest for them. Or it's, spoilers for it are less of a concern, right? Like, playing a Pokemon game, I don't particularly care about spoilers, right, per se, because I'm not really playing it for the story. I'm playing it for the exploration, collection, gameplay kind of concept. Pokemon has a story. See? Exactly, right? Like, that point exactly. But, there are other things that are very like this game. If I got spoiled majorly on this game, it would really fucking suck to play it at that point because, a lot of the impetus is taken out for me. It was less than 3 hours after release for you, and the spoiler was already out because people were able to emulate it a day early. That fucking sucks. That is very not positive. That's a bad time right there. And honestly, that sounds kind of like horseshit. I feel like that's bad form. For the people who do that type of thing, right? And it's really looking for that type of thing. It would be one thing if the title and thumbnail were like, hey, spoilers for X. If you're interested, come watch this, right? Because that gives people the opportunity to be like, hey, if you're interested, come stop by our channel. We're going to chat about it. It's awesome. Yeah, exactly. You might miss out on clicks. Fuck those people. 100%. Fuck those people. It's no different than the people who printed t-shirts of, and I do apologize, but I'm going to use this example anyways. This is a Harry Potter spoiler if you're still haven't read Harry Potter or you watched it. But like when the book came out and it was spoiler, Dumbledore dies on page whatever, right? Like when people printed those t-shirts, it's the same. That's just asshattery, right? Like that's just people being dickbags. The clicks. Look. Fuck the clicks. Don't be a slave to the machine. Don't be a slave to the machine. For months I've been doing nothing but drawing these symbols. What do they mean? No clue. I just draw them as the professor ordered. As the professor ordered? Am I the professor? I was a professor. Glenn, did you order these people to do this? Ovelia! Snape does something. Yep. That's about how that went. Ovelia! Yeah, we'll go with Ovelia. I like the look of the Don Kerberos ones. Those writers make their livings based off on number of clicks. Of course, they're slaves to the machine. No. There are plenty of others. No. There are plenty of other content creators out there that work constantly, that do a lot of fucking, like, management of the algorithm, etc., etc., and they don't do that, and they still are successful, or there are people that are out there doing it that aren't successful and still won't do that. It's called integrity. Fuck that. I know you're not defending them. I know you're being devil's advocate. That's why I'm arguing with them, because you can't be arguing with you. You can't be devil's advocate if I'm just like, no, I won't talk about it, you know? And plus, it's fun for me to be able to argue about it. Well, look, I'm just playing a video game. There's a difference between playing the video game and selling your soul to the algorithm. Oh! That's a penis. That's a somebody find me the that's a penis gif. 'Cause that's a penis. That's just straight up a penis. That's... What the fuck? Oh, what? It's a... Jay, it's a Mara. Is that it? That's a penis. Yep. That is absolutely a penis. Zero doubt right there. That is, Mara has a golden chariot. Look, he's got a golden scimitar. Yikes. Big yikes. Why? Widerganger. Oh, fuck. Alright, let's fucking break his shit. Echo. I don't like that. This guy is weak to dark. Okay, fucking dark spear him then, repeatedly. We will fall Falarin. And cross our fingers. Okay, we all braked. Start swinging. I didn't actually mean to do that. I meant to ultra move, but that's okay. What do we got? We'll just swing. Poison. Ooh. Heaven or hell? Calling children? Oh no. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Ten. That's pretty good. I can't believe you didn't warn me about penis guy, Jay. That's fucked up. You gotta say your fiance reacted the same way you did when, after beating the tavern fight solo, it crashed. Yo. I guess I'm fine for now. Oh, I would be very upset. Actually, I had a friend who had the exact same thing happen. Right after the tavern fight, it crashed, and you know the tavern fight took like. Oh wait, beating the tavern fight solo. Are we talking about? Wait, what are we talking about? Are we talking about Wrath of the Righteous? Because I realized my brain just immediately jumped into making assumptions. Wrath, okay. So you're talking about the defending the tavern? That whole scenario? Yeah. So yes, okay, then my friend had the exact same thing happen. Went through the whole tavern fight. And you know, if you're playing on turn-based, that thing takes like an hour, hour and a half, because there's so many different moving parts and pieces, blah, 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 right? And then it just crashed. And he was so fucking bummed about it. He was so bummed. And then he went through on not turn-based, and it took like 15 minutes. Yeah, double or even triple that if solo. Yeah, I can imagine that. I would like doing that solo would be killer. I guess if you're playing the game solo from the beginning, you would have more experience at that point, right? But still, damn. That was one of those red-eyed beasts, wasn't it? Yeah, they feel different from the rest of the monsters we fight. I can feel their hatred towards me. Who's there? Hylian? You look a different color in this light. Good job. You've almost reached your destination. Did he just walk out of the wall? Hylian, what are you doing here? I'm looking after you. I don't want you to fail just because these meager fiends of the Harbinger attack you. Red-eyed beasts belong to the Harbinger? The wicked evil at the heart of the Maelstrom stands not idle. It corrupts the ether around him, giving birth to a special kind of monster. And I'm the target of the Harbinger and his monsters? Well, his actual target is Master Gawain. Master has a certain aura about him that the Harbinger follows. And ever since Master Gawain designated you as his successor, that aura has been attached to you. Wait, what? Solo from beginning, she's level 7. Manticore shifter, so she could handle most things in 1 to 2 volleys. Fuck yeah. That's cool. What are you talking about? Don't worry too much. You failed as a successor. I have taken over that role now. You better concentrate on the target ahead, the Vayan. Wait, what? Wait! Damn it, Kylian. What does all of this mean? Knowing Gawain, he'd rather tell it himself. Let's go. I'd rather not. This whole time I was just exploring. Did I go to the correct place again accidentally? Damn it. Oh, God. Was that also... Yes, that was a tier 9 for Mika. We've got a lot of tier 9s now. That's good. Okay, let's skill up. Let's skill up. Auto shield? Auto shield could be useful for what we're trying to do as well. snag that. Silver lining, we'll snag that. Silver lining, we'll snag that. Guess wind slash or some of these other things. Eh. Take evasion master. I might actually use that. Solus. We'll take weakness pierce. So we need to go like a physical build. Checkpoints. Tumkey. Treasure mark resets overdrive bar once per battle. Sure. We'll also go ahead and take silver lining on him. We will take exercise. Why not? Bum, 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 bum. There's all status element. Shifter is pretty solid, to be honest, but is a DLC class, so hope it would be. Yeah. Yeah, it came out with the Sarkorian DLC, right? Decent emergency button if you're overloaded and having trouble getting down. That's fair. I could see that. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Windigust. Actually, potentially useful. Medical water, also potentially useful. Okay. Let's get the fuck out of here. Down this way, I suppose? If it wasn't the holidays, you'd buy Lord of Nothing, but don't want to become Lord of Nothing? Look, I feel you on that. Yeah, I have been quite frivolous of late. So now I'm trying to not be frivolous. Hey, wake the fuck up. Hey. Hey, wake up. Yep. Oh. I'm a dingbat. Past that point is going to be where the golden key is. Roll my eyes, of course. Okay, we got everything here except for the... Oh, we didn't get all of the treasure chests. We have 4 more treasure chests. We need 8 more pig ears, and we need the... Bams, of course. Got all the treasures on this set, though, so... Fake grapes! More grapes! More crumbs! Oh, guests, look out for it. We created it, yet we forgot what it looks like and what it was capable of. If we could just remember. Okay. Creepy. Devil's head. Oh, I don't like this no map shenaniganry. Map me, please. Oh, these rats. I wish I could remember what color it had. Do you remember? Red as fire? Yes, that's it, that's it. Oh, hey. Look, there's a bunch of pig ears. I need those. Boom, boom, boom. Heaven or hell? Well, 2 people are about to die. Whoops. I should check skill. Alright, Tom Key. What do you got? Level up. Level up. Level up. Level up. Also... That's less exciting, actually. Those 2 weren't important. Look, I really enjoy the this is a refreshing twist in this game to not have to care about where your HP is at the end of a fight. It's something else. Okay, who else is close? Raphael's close. Victor's close. Victor also... Victor has already maxed a bunch of things. Okay. Work on those. And bats. So Victor, Tomkey, and Raphael are going to lose their classes and gain a class. Sure. Also sure. Also sure. You're about done with all of these anyways. Go ahead and get Silver Lining going. And we'll put HP up back on you, and we'll put TP up or TP cost down. Actually think TP cost down is quite good. I think the only thing you do differently now from when you played Wrath for the first time is when you start your next playthrough, you think you're going to do the companion XP flipping trick. Or you're going to do it. What's the companion XP flipping trick? Enlighten me, please. Because if there is some way to shunt XP from one companion to another, if I know I'm not going to be using specific companions, that would be dope. I actually spent a lot of time bouncing between companions in my initial playthrough. Which was fun, don't get me wrong, and I'm happy I did it the first time around, but I would not want to do it the second time around. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, well, we're not going upstairs there. Hey, buddy. What was my first impression of it? Only I could remember. Were you impressed by its magical aura? Yes, that's it, that's it. Am I building my own monster? Because I don't want to do that. Scholars have it again. Yikes. Only in Party Companion XP is an option in menu, and it increases XP gain by a bit for your chosen party because it means future party members won't get that XP at that time. Ah, gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how I would feel about that, actually. If I knew right, like, who I was going to get very specifically, and I knew I was going to get them quickly, I could see that being a useful scenario. Otherwise, I would have to be careful about that, because I might screw myself over on that. I can see him in my mind, but I don't remember what was his specialty. Flailed around like crazy. Okay. Am I building my own monster? I hate this. I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. Have I read about this creature called the Phoenix before creating it? You know, the creature that can resurrect itself? Or was it after? Oh, you read about the Phoenix much later. See, so that's it. Thank you. Did you hear that? Sounded like somebody moved furniture on the second floor. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh, I'm quite scared. I haven't saved in a while. I should save on a different thing in case I did just build a monster and it's a very bad monster for me to play against. You plan on using the only characters in the party option, but you do worry about having trouble with team composition if you have to keep swapping out. See, yeah, that's fair. Wham, wham, whoop! Alright, formation, formation. I'm gonna assume I can't eat this thing, so we're going to put Amalia in as secondary formation. What you got? The enemy adapts to the memories around it. Turned into fire, attack raises. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. No. No, no. We're gonna go in gentle on this one. We're gonna all break it. We are going to Ultra ourselves. We're going to water coat. Yeah, sure. And time to spam. 2,200. Nice. With water coat on, cross slash is better than water strike, so we didn't even get any crits there, but that's still a thing. Heroic Ode and statistically likely that we will do more damage with Spear Rush than Heaven's. I don't know, actually. Let's just check. Hard to tell. Very hard to tell. That does so much fucking damage. It would be interesting to see what differences the slime would make based off of different dialogue choices. Well, so we know it turned to fire, and it got an attack boost. So my assumption is that first choice chooses its element and therefore its elemental weakness. We picked it having a magical aura. As much damage on foot as I did it initially in Sky Armor. Look, it'd be what it'd be. It has a magical aura. Don't know what that is. And it's got oh, is dry the one that works with wet? No, it doesn't matter. Let's just Ifrit it. Cool. Oh, damn. Ultra move. Drop the bar. Yeah, it would be really cool, though, to see a different variant of it. Oh, well. We killed it. We're kind of strong. In fairness, we're kind of strong. We're a little strong. Like, me going and doing the whole, like, getting the best gear sets that I could have at this... Well, not the best, but pretty close to the best gear sets that I could have. And doing the full crystal setups was fun. It took a lot of work, but it has established us as a very strong contender. Too strong for the slime, so strong it hurts. It do be that way. That was a fun little scenario. I did enjoy that. I wonder if it would have had less HP and had the ability to revive if we had given it the Phoenix, or if it would have been just as hard, but it maybe gave us some other bonus if we had Phoenix. To the tune of a certain Prince Charming. Gotcha. Gotcha. I gotta do my Whoville face, because I can't breathe. Bad jokes are the best jokes sometimes. Bad jokes are often the best jokes. Yeah, I thought initially we were talking about this guy, but that's why I picked red. He rolling around with fucking more skills! My god, this game just wants me to have everything at this point, doesn't it? Dispel hit sounds fun. We'll go with that. Wait, is it not even giving me bonuses anymore? Because that's fucked up. That's real fucked up. It's not even giving me... stat ups anymore. Yikes. What's a dog's favorite genre of humor? Bark humor? I'm not barking. I'm not doing it. Feel free to not mess up the delivery. Nope. Not barking. What do you call several blondes in a walk-in freezer? Frosted flakes. Oh god. Like your doctor. Y'all, I have a thing. I can't smile too much because my cheeks hurt. It's... No. What did the ocean say to the beach? I don't know. What did the ocean say to the beach? Nothing, it just waved. That's a solid dad joke right there. Solid dad joke. That's a PG grade A dad joke right there. We only have one skill to unlock on Tomki. That feels pretty cool. We're gonna sit with that for now. Hell yeah. Alright, let's do it. Yes, I believe. Wyatt! Oh shit! I was wondering if he was ever going to come back and play. That's a big ooh, because they made it out to be like Wyatt was like the end all be all of Sky Armor pilots, right? You were thinking of something from Island of Emotion. See how the breeze is blowing kisses. See how the waves all hug the sand. Wow, that makes me think of. Oh fuck, there's. Is that a song? Is Island of Emotion a song? There's some song that those words are like reminding me of. Oh. Not a Simon and Garfunkel song. It's God, I can never remember his name. What do you call a fish in a bow tie? Sophisticated. That's a solid one. That's a solid one. You attacked the... I don't remember what voice I gave to Wyatt. It was like... It was big and dumb. I remember that. You attacked the church. You killed the Pope. I bear nothing for you but hatred. Oh. It's kind of tiny. Oh, right. I forgot. He's not a Sky Armor pilot. He's a big dude. We're like half his size, but now we're in Sky Armors. Island of Emotion was an animation from Sesame Street. He's just a big boy. Yeah, you found it when you were trying to find a cartoon that you saw in kindergarten, animated by Sally Crookshank? That's a name. I demand vengeance, godless woman! Oh, I feel like that was a talk shit get hit moment, Glenn. You cannot hope to defeat us in Sky Armors. Only the devil is without hope? I cannot rest as long as your blood still runs warm. So die! Oh! Shit! Look at that! Fucking, what is that? That's crazy right there. I'm gonna poison that man. And we're gonna play a little safe. We're gonna shields up before we attack up. And we will offense break before we defense break. He is weak to wind. Let's do it. That's not a lot of damage. If there wasn't an R in that name, it would have been a good name for pirate or a prison, or a pirate in a prison. I could see that. I could see that. Can we enact him? Is that an option? Can you just not do something for a little while? Because that would be cool. That was enjoyable. I like that. I'm just gonna cycle. I'm gonna keep attacking. I'm gonna keep the brakes up, basically. Let's just blind him for a turn. Cookshank is now a pirate lord in your D&D campaign. Nice. Oh, we got a 6/6/6/2. Didn't really get that many more freaking things. Whatever, we'll cycle. Don't mind you, you're gonna be in the corner riding pirate lore. Ooh, oh no. This orb provides Wyatt with a different set of abilities. We need to destroy it. Okay. You thought it was pronounced like Hermione's cat, Crookshanks? I can see that. Ugh. Silence him. See if that works. Nope. Nope. You took everything away from me! You still have that one god you're so fond of? You know nothing of me! Once I was a sinner, which is why God has never spoken to me directly. I don't think that's the case, Wyatt. Only through his holiness I was able to receive his word. I acted as God commanded me through his holiness, hoping that one day he would recognize me and forgive me for my sins. You're a delusional fanatic, Wyatt. Silence! You destroyed the one channel I had to speak to God! How am I supposed to make him recognize me now if I don't know what he desires? This is a very long-winded monologue from Wyatt. I'm going to throw it out there. Sometimes less is more, y'all. Sometimes less is more. Amazing RP jokes are available. All of the pirates under her command are going to say R, and she ain't. That's going to be there. Either really rewarding or really disappointing. I mean, that's fair. But I do know one thing that he would definitely wish for. Your death. Who wouldn't ask for the death of the person that cut away one's tongue? That's gruesome. Wyatt, calm down, Wyatt. Wyatt, calm down. Wyatt, calm down. Okay. Kinda need to not let him wail on us. Let's destroy the support orb. Need to heal. Notice him, senpai? God is his senpai. Oh god. Oh god. Alright, let's see if we can sweep the leg. Hey, it worked. Nice. Perfect timing. We're out of fucking... We're out of TP. Act thrice? I need to calm the fuck down. You might need to just calm the fuck down a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Quadrice. Oh god. I don't actually know. I don't actually know if there is a word. Maybe it's like, is 5 like quince? But Thra still needs more TP. Glenn has enough. Yeah. Calm down. Oh, this is gonna hurt. That's not cool. There's no word past tertiary? I suppose. Quaternary? Ugh. That doesn't roll off the tongue. Okay, we need a... Oh, right, we can't, like, overdrive here because it's not overdrive, it's... Oh. Oh, no. Alright, well, whatever. Apparently you're not supposed to fill up a 120-page notebook with mad scribbling about a game. Look, act like a bunch of times. Get the fuck out. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Act like a bunch of times. Can we please kill that thing? Oh god, this is gonna hurt. Yikes! I'm trying to get out of overheat, but it is not being very helpful here. I gotta take the hit to overheat. Can't do anything. Counter stance? Counter stance. You f***ing bitch. Counter stance. In only 5 months? Oof. It's useful, but that took time and effort. That's a lot in 5 months. Please. I just want out of the thing. Can I enact him without getting countered? No. You fucker. The answer to that question is no. Actually just gonna attack because I need to get out of overheat. He hits so many times that he's just driving me repeatedly into overheat. Okay, so now he's hit with enact. Really, that can just chill him the fuck out for a second. Woo! My goodness. 100 pages? Whatever. Close enough. It's over, Wyatt. Silence! What are you doing? What? 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 What is that? He did make me work for it, honestly. Not bad for one man. Pretty good. Pretty good for one man. He's taking Numa, a drug that increases physical and magical capacities. Ooh. Got to be kidding me. I wish I could do a deep enough voice that I think would be fitting for him. It'd be hilarious, actually, if he had a very thin, nasally voice. The Inquisition has passed judgment! Feel the vengeance of God, you heretics! My wife showed up. I'm so happy. I said earlier in the game, nobody, no proof, right? The Boar of the North has returned. Abso-fucking-lutely. Un momento. Yay, she's not dead! I need some petting. Very excited that my wife returns. I hope that she doesn't return only to get killed immediately. I'll be very sad if that happens. What? Ava? Oh no! Be strong. Don't die. Please don't die. Please. Please, I need a happy ending in my life right now. Please don't sad ending me. Thought a wee too much about wrath and free time. Yeah, it happens. She's about to be turned into paste. Don't you do this to me. Don't you do this to me. I couldn't listen to this any longer. Traitor! God damn it. Amalia, you get the fuck over there and you heal her immediately. Is this it? No. No. You die right there on the bridge where I can see you. You don't fall over the edge of that bridge. Get the fuck away from that edge. Someone go drag him back from that edge. Is this the destiny that God has chosen for me? Fuck you, asshole. Please, heal. Let me take a look. Ugh. Oof. Just a few broken bones. Gotta leave an opening for a dramatic return. Ugh. Yes, but if you do that too many times, it gets to be a scenario, and we had Raphael, we had Ava, we had Kylian, and I think we had a couple of other people as well, right? After a previous dramatic return, right? Not what you expected. You figured he'd die of an overdose. That would have been cool, right? Like, if he was gonna, like, if he only had a few moments after taking the drug to do whatever, and her showing up kind of, like, bought that time, that would have been cool. And then he kind of, like, you know, took the knee, and it would have been, especially for me, it would have been, like, very in character for Wyatt if he, like, you know, goes to a knee and he's trying to, like, crawl towards us and still kill us on his knees, right? Like, as the drug take effects, because he's just that fanatical. What are you doing here? Followed your life anchor. I did not come for the same reason as him. To apologize. I realized that what I said was wrong. I was gonna say, like, I'm looking at the scenario, and again, we only see characters that are not optional characters, right? So, no Tomki, no Mika, and no Raphael. I would have loved if you get Raphael, if Raphael was in this cutscene and like, yo, you want to join this side? I join this side. Maybe not a dramatic return. How about a dramatic transformation? You need to mention you don't know anything about Chained Echoes? Well, that makes two of us, except for what I know about Chained Echoes. I blamed you for the fact that you should have stayed back then. You should have changed the church from the inside with us. No, but I was a coward and fled. No, I can't blame you for that. You exposed the problems against the church. We all took a defensive attitude. We didn't want to admit it. See, now would be a great time for Raphael to be standing there listening to all of this and just kind of like nodding along, right? You keep wanting to call this game Crimson Echoes? I probably have done that half a dozen times, if not more. Decided to add that because it would have been a spoiler if it came true. That's fair. Look, I guess at things all the time in games, so if those count as spoilers, then I'm doing it wrong. How could I expect you to stay when I was pushing you away from me? We didn't give you a chance. Eva, time is running out. Don't know what you're trying to do here, but go ahead. My body hurts, but I'll survive. I've healed the worst wounds. You should be fine for the time being. We'll pick you up on the way back. Promise. Don't promise that shit, because there might not be a on the way back. Crimson Echoes is actually a thing, a ROM hack of Chrono Trigger. Yes, I do remember that. I know, Sienna. But now go. Yay! That was fun. We've gotten like 5 levels in the last like 2 hours. we have so many levels. Equine, I guess. I'm not really complaining, by the way. I'm just surprised at how much we are getting out of this. Auto Aura could be good. Blade Reflection, maybe. Wanted to snag Opener to pair with Strike First, potentially. You know, I guess all the time. You've watched 3 of my series minimum that have had me guessing big plot twists in 10 minutes of gameplay and being correct. Sorry. Oh. Probably what you were thinking of. You've seen some gameplay of the final boss battle in their beta version for Crimson Echoes? Fuck yeah. All the time. It's not all the time. I'm wrong plenty of times. It happens. I just need to, you know. I have a gift and a curse. Alright, we're just gonna take all the skills, I guess. More tech points. Okay, I am happy to have more stats now, though. High Cross is the big lure. The big lure. Okay, Rob has all stats and all actions, so I guess he's just taking stuff. We've got resistances, or we've got killers, or we've got... We'll take TP Sacrifice. Homie over here talking about spoilers, but he's constantly spoiling. No. Guessing does not count as spoiling. I will say from a being in someone's chat, it is kind of do need to be careful, because if you guess it, like you were saying, Wild, right? Like if you were to have actually guessed that, and I was like really reading into it, and it was true, then in the wrong situation, that could be kind of a bummer, right? But if you're the one playing the game and you're guessing things, you're not spoiling yourself, you know? you're just speculating. You're just speculating. Fine. Fine. Okay, we got a bunch of killers. Enact immunity. I don't really know. We'll take Dragon Killer, because why not? Spoilating. Spoilating. Usually after the 10 minutes of gameplay are up, then every guess after the first one for that video is wrong. Is that the cusp? Is that how it works? Is I gotta get my guesses in the first 10 minutes? I'll keep that in mind. After the first 10 minutes, everything goes downhill. Understood. Oh, shit. Been permabanned for a guess before? Oof. I don't know that I would never permaban. Okay, I don't want to say never. I would never permaban someone for accidentally spoiling me. Right? Like, I'd time someone out for accidentally spoiling me. And I would ban someone, obviously, if someone just, like, pops into my chat and is trying to be an asshole and intentionally spoiling things, yeah, I'll fucking ban them. I don't give a shit. Or if someone doesn't realize or it wasn't paying attention or lets something slip, yeah, it's you know, it's whatever. It's not a big deal, right? Like, I'll be sad, but I'm not gonna permaban someone. Dear Lord. That's too much. That's too much. That's how my guesses work? Fuck yeah. Now I'm gonna, like, self-analyze my guesses and be like, is this the first 10 minutes of a episode? Do these guesses count? There is a magic circle under Nisa. Every time magic is cast, it makes sure that a small amount of ether is collected. It has been doing this for decades. The corridors under Nisa serve as a magic circle? That's why there are magic symbols all over the place? Interesting. Interesting! You find a note describing the location of a small flying island. It should currently be located west of Volandis. Hey! Elevator key! Ah! I know where that goes! Nice! Elevator key! Yes! Hella! There's some people that are crazy sensitive for spoilers. Like some dude in chat said, hey, I've never been here when I played, and the streamer timed him out because now he knows what he was doing was optional. Yeah, I would not respond to that at all. Like, I wouldn't even bat an eyelash. I mean, like, if I was being hyper aware of it, I might be like, hey, try not to mention where you've been in chat, please, because if you mention places that you have and have not been, that can lead me to draw conclusions. But I wouldn't even time someone out for that, unless I had told them about it before and they were, like, being an ass about it. It was someone playing a JRPG for the first time and said no spoilers, and I said, looks like a Deus Ex Machina moment, and got hit with a ban from a mod. Yeah, that's trash. That's trash. Now, obviously, right, like, I don't know the person, I don't know the situation, so, you know, but, like, that is an extreme overreaction. I'm anti-spoiler, but that's ridiculous. That's not... Get the fuck out. That's wild. We need vast amounts of ether. We built this place as an academy so that magically gifted people from every country can come here. You're kidding! Nisa was built only so that we can construct the gate in secret? Uh-oh. That's why you always say spoilers are subjective and that some people are super broad about their definition. That seems crazy. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just, to me, that doesn't sound like being super broad with their definition. That seems like kind of being asshats, right? Like, that doesn't strike me as being a, oh, well, this person considers spoilers to be this thing, and this person considers spoilers to be this thing. That's not spoilers. That's just you being kind of an asshat. You know? your guess is that the mod had played through the game before and you were correct. For you, it was like, oh, all right, okay, bye. Yeah, fuck, holy shit. Yeah, that's an extreme overreaction. If I had like a big chat and a bunch of people were like talking about things and I noticed a couple things, I'd be like, hey, chat, try to keep the speculation down, please. Right? Because if you start speculating about things that I wasn't speculating about, then that's gonna make me think of different things and that might ruin a surprise, right? Whatever, you know? Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Once, thousands of kingdoms ruled all of Eldrea. We've read about this before. But after the Great War at the end of the Fifth Age, only a few great powers remained. Whether this was good or bad for peace on Eldrea remains to be seen. But what is certain is that the entire world had to undergo a structural and, above all, cultural change. When the kingdoms and lands united, the weak cultures were displaced and homogenization took place. Eldrea lost much of its former splendor. That's a shout out to real life. Sinking the whole academy, are you insane? Once the gateway to the Vayan is built, they will sense the connection. They'll come looking for us. Nisa must disappear from the scene, literally. That streamer was very firm on their stance that it was a spoiler. Like, he even said, watch after his timeout. He tries to explain how it's not a spoiler. Oof. Well, okay, so like yours, Jay, right? Like yours, I can understand where someone would come off as that's a spoiler, right? Like saying, "Hey, I never did X thing in X game, or I never went to X location in X game," is can by process of elimination or deduction or what have you, right, that can lead to information. So I can understand a streamer reacting to that as, oh, that's spoilers, right? I think that that's an overbearing reaction to spoilers, but I can still understand where that's spoilers, right? But Wild's thing of speculating or just making a statement of like, oh wow, this seems like a Deus Ex Machina moment, right? That's not a spoiler, that's just me talking. Like, what the fuck? Lady Reyna will keep the key for the Order. I wonder how long it will take to find a weapon. Forever. A mighty king once commissioned the finest blacksmith of Eldrea to forge weapons for his army. This blacksmith was a dwarf known as Golodrim the Hermit? Maybe? The king spared no expense. He had the hardest ores, the sturdiest woods, the toughest leather, and strongest feathers delivered from all over the world. He hoped to use the new weapons to quickly end the war in which his country had been fighting for years. But he underestimated Golodrim's stubbornness and perfectionism. Instead of forging weapons for an entire army, he created only 27 swords, of which only one was finished when the king and his country fell. The end of the war did not stop the dwarven master from working on these weapons for another 200 years. Oof, that's a monkey's paw. Fiancé has now told you to roll a 1d100 or d100 to choose a build for her to watch you use in Wrath. Oh, have fun. Agreed on the overreaction, but that's a thing that happens from time to time. Yeah, that's fair. It is what it is, and it's good to have the attitude of being able to just be like, okay, well, guess that place wasn't for me, right? Kind of scenario, because otherwise it's you can get really fucked up about that type of shit. People need to just chill the hell out. Agreed, right? Like, people just need to chill out. It's perfectly fine to be upset or something like that, but, Before the 28th sword was created, Golodrim died. The weapons were dispersed through his apprentices. Some were inherited, some were sold or stolen, some were simply lost. Today, only 12 swords are known to exist, and all of them are owned by noble houses. Interesting. Very interesting. That's a fun little bit of lore. You say that as a hypocrite who's often needed to also chill the hell out? Look, we are often cognizant, like, some of the things, as a friend, right? Some of the things that you can give the best advice about are the things that you do badly at because you have a lot of experience in it, right? Like, people, for example, like, I've found in the past, you know, it's the concept of I'm not going to take relationship advice from you about a person who has a bunch of bad relationships. But actually, the person who has a bunch of bad relationships has a lot of experience with bad relationships often. And if they're willing to give advice about it, often it's good advice that they just don't take. You know? Maybe for a cleric and some kind of DPS caster? Yeah, I would probably actually do mercenary builds if I played again. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, absolutely. Hey. Getting a little sketchy. Hey, here we go. Discovered a fast travel location. Now this makes me feel like I've actually made it. Look, you can identify a solution while still being a part of the problem. That's called being human. How's it going, Nightcloak? And absolutely. You lied last time. You have no wife and kids. You're a bachelor, and thanks to you, you're pretty rich now. You don't need to work ever again, but you felt bad for lying to you, so you decided to follow you until the end of the journey. Let me ask you one more thing. Do you need anything? I feel like this guy is actually just Gawain, and he's just been, like, following us around, selling us shit the whole fucking time. Like, just get the fuck out. Oh, God. Deals? No. Sell. New deals. Shadow Garb. If successful, you can steal a second item? What? Successful steals yield an extra item with a chance of 50%. What? Why did I not have this previously? 12 swords, 2 guesses as to these showing up, and the first doesn't count. I don't think they're going to show up in this particular run of the game because, well, I mean, maybe they will. But we're so far in, and we haven't had any other real lore about the game. I'm absolutely of the opinion I'm like, if lore shows up in a game like this, it's gonna be relevant. But this game has already had a lot of other lore about the continents surrounding Volandis that hasn't really come into play. That I think it's just world building probably, but we'll see. You're gonna be playing an instinctual warrior, never played a straight up stand and smash character. Oof. Barbarians are not your favorite usually. That's fair. I normally not my favorite either, right? Normally just smacking a character or smacking something is not the way I play games. But tell me how this sounds. Use the character at the start of the next session if applicable. Mika? Oh, hell yeah. I will use the shit out of Mika. Actually, I'll just put her into the formation like right now. We got her on the back burner, but Mika's fucking awesome. Love me some Mika. Okay. I want to bounce. Yeah, we've got an actual little side quest now. So we've got the side quest and we've got the elevator key. So we have at least 2 places that we can go to now. So let's go there and see what's going on there. And then next time we play, we'll probably go to O'Grain, or not O'Grain, to to the mining town and use the elevator key. What is this? Oh, is this where the swords are gonna be? Whoops. I guess I was wrong. Oh! Oh, Dedoy! It's not gonna be... The 12 swords aren't gonna be in play, but it's gonna be the people who make the 12 swords are gonna be in play. The people who make the 12 swords, the line of Galadrim and his apprentices, whoever is remaining now is going to be the person that makes our ultimate weapons. They are going to be the person that takes our rusties, right? All of these rusty weapons, and they're going to use our souls of Farnese to turn those rusty weapons into the ultimate weapons. That's what's going to happen. Guess you're being evil too? Oh no. Oh no. Evil is so hard for me to do in a game like that. All right, let's go see if we are correct. Ho ho ho! That's a big somebody.
Can it be? These weapons, these armors. Are you Vale, the legendary blacksmith? You are. The quality of this equipment is answer enough for me.
You like how his eyes light up every strike? Yeah, right? That's the reflecting the spark. Really cool. This time you're going to be going demon, so not as bad. Hey, there you go. I sense a certain affinity between you and blacksmithing. You forged your own prosthesis.
I did.
There's life in them as well. What is this I'm sensing? That rusty sword there. Give it to me. Oh! Oh! Okay. I also, obviously, so when it said 12 swords, right, in my mind, I'm thinking specifically 12 swords, but it means 12 weapons. The rusty weapons that we found are going to be probably like the lost versions, right? If you ever do a second playthrough, you'd like to do Trickster, unrestrained without quite slipping into evil. Yeah, language trick. Well, it'd be what it'd be, yeah. Oh, that old rusty thing I gave you, that drifted into the port of Farnsport. Under this rusty patina hides a weapon I once forged, so once again, it returns to me.
Can you restore it?
My weapons are of the highest quality, that is a firm truth, but they also carry a curse. They want to return to me by any means necessary. See those weapons out there? I had forged them for the strongest and bravest knights, but at some point they all died, and the weapons came back to me in some way. So you don't want to help us? Just like the fruit of Eden often gets translated to apple, when it was never specifically originally in this game, they're using sword instead of weapon? Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. No, that's not what I mean. I'm a blacksmith, and my life's work is to forge exceptional weapons unrivaled in all of Eldrea. I do not refuse any order, since it is my duty and the life I choose. Anyone who wields a weapon must be ready to die anyway. But I do this work with a guilty conscience. It's why I live here on this island. Rarely do people join me here to place an order.
The weapons would be of great help. We'll take any risk. And in the end, some of us are quite familiar with curses.
Give me the weapon. Believable. It looks brand new.
Looks new, true, but that's as far as its usefulness goes. The weapon is completely blunt. You can't fight with it.
The real strength comes only when you upgrade it, and that has its price. I'm a blacksmith, and I have to make ends meet somehow. Motherfucker, you said you stay away from clients. Get out of here with that shit. So listen well. Bring me a rusty weapon and a soul of Farnese, and I'll restore it to its former glory. Soul of Farnese? Where do you find that? It's very valuable and quite rare, but you should find some scattered throughout Volandis. So, keep your eyes open. What animal is Vale? You're assuming a lion? Yeah, it looks something like that, right? Like some Leonid style situation.
We will. Thank you.
Be careful out there. A hammer beating in the sky. Okay, so we now have... Ooh, that quest. Oh no, we have completed that quest. Okay, cool. Just getting there was the quest. Understood. You know where to find these things? Around. What are these things? Super valuable. Okay. Get the fuck out. Weapon. Okay. Let's actually take a look real quick. Did I find a rusty weapon? Yes. Rusty sword. Do I want to use a Soul of Farnese to unlock the weapon's potential? Yes. Durandal! Oh, joy. We get all the classic names. That is our first piece of tier 10 weaponry. Hella. That's pretty cool. And very strong, considering. Yikes. It would have been nice to have some sort of specific lore bit for the ultimate weapons. Alright, well, we've got spear, bow, rapier, gun, gun, spear, amulet, katana, knuckles, and anchor. What does that mean we don't have? We don't have card. We don't have great sword. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's it. So we don't have great sword and we don't have card. Out of the actual rusties. So we'll have to keep an eye out for those. We're not going to take anything else for the moment. And, you know, it's only 10:06, so let's do this. We're going to bounce from here. The Grave of Reyna. Where are we going? We're going to Rock Bottom. If there's 12, I'm down 4 souls. Absolutely. Yes. Correctamundo. What? Different elevator key. Allows one to enter the lower floors of Ramenus Tower. Interesting. Charon's coin bag. I don't even remember seeing a fucking boat in O'Grain Grottos. Hold the fucking phone. Hold the fucking phone. Too too many phones to hold. I'm too many phones. Hold on. Rominus Tower. Was there a gate that went lower? What? Aw, don't make me fight through these. What? Okay. We've got things. Oh, wait, what? I kind of want to go to O'Grain now. I don't remember a boat in O'Grain. Trickster was your most overpowered playthrough. Crits on crits on crits. I've heard really crazy things about Tricksters, actually. The meme build. This is gonna be a painful playthrough. You signed yourself up for it. I feel like it's gonna be this direction. Would it be? Would it be? I would think not. I definitely do not remember anything boat-like. Or anything Aeron-like. Alpha male. All other enemies in the area disappear when it spawns. Secondly, people say a goblin takes its stroll. Yeah, well, you can't do anything about that. There's no boat-style thing here. Yeah. We might have to test a couple of different things out. So we've got the legendary gear that we can work towards, right? Nothing that we can do. This guy one-shots everything. And yeah, the amount of damage that we do is basically negative to him. One shot. Okay. Does 1,000 plus damage? Yikes. Okay. And we can't... No sky armor in here. Okay. Things to think about. We've got I don't know why I'm physically running back over here. We have something that lets us use a boat here in O'Grain Grottos. But I don't remember ever seeing a boat in O'Grain Grottos, so it's entirely possible that it's in the locations that we just can't fucking get to. So that's not helpful. Church key, whatever, already used that. Elevator key allows us to enter the lower floors of Romanus Tower, but that means making it to the elevator, which is not far, but it's a little ways into Romanus. So that is something that we could do. What's this Farnsport house key? Key to a house. Oh, hold up. Isn't that, Farnsport house key? Is that over on the right or whatever? I thought we got that pretty early on. No, Farnsport house key was from the Sienna part, right? The Sienna, kind of like exploration of the upper left city. Like, that's an old item. That's not a new item. Pretty sure, anyways. So, I don't think we have to be concerned about that. Which is good. Still dark. Yeah, that's when we were off over exploring this section. So that I don't think matters. So the Charon's coin bag matters. The elevator key matters. Gold key, bronze key, all that stuff doesn't matter anymore. Manor at the lake, we already did that. Already did that. Already did that. Already did that. I kind of wish all of these things that we have used would disappear when you use them. Termina cave key, we already did that. And Tome of Fiends is a different thing, so I think the only things we're looking at is Charon's coin bag, elevator key. So next time we play, take a look at the board. Next time we play, we still have a couple things in Nisa. Defeat some more pig ears, not a big deal. Go try to survive 5 earthworm actions, which I think we have a decent... It's going to take some luck, but I think we have a decent concept of how to do that. So we'll see about that. And then it's kind of just the O'Grain Grotto shit, right? Like, it's how do we get into... It's this... Goblin's Dilemma, right? Which I still can't find the trigger to. Perpetua. And the thorns behind it. So I guess the only trigger that we really have that we can look into is the Romanus stuff. So I guess we'll do that next time we play. And see if that unlocks other things for us. After that, we might either have to try to progress, but it feels like we're definitely at the end, right? Like where we're heading with Gawain to meet up with Gawain feels like the end game, especially now that we have completed the new deals, getting we don't have the ultimate armors, but we can get them. So ultimate armor farming is also on our list. Fuck. Okay, cool. We've got some things to do. Got some ideas on how to do them. I guess that is probably going to be it for tonight's session. Truth be told. Stream for about 3 hours. Made some good progress. And I think we have a clearish line in the sand on what... I don't think we can go much further past that, You know what? Let's test this. Actually, let's test this before we end. Let's test this. I'm gonna pop to Nisa. Wait, what? Oh, Magic Academy Nisa is different than Nisa. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to pop here. And we're going to... We're just going to head down. See what the fuck awaits us. And if it triggers a... like a conversation... Gawain is waiting just ahead. Please take care of my beloved. Don't cutscene me, bro. Just have me talk to him. Oh god, that's cool looking. All right, yeah. No, this is totally it. This totally feels like in game right here. Okay, so next time we play, we're just gonna pause here, and I'm just gonna close the game. Next time we play, we're going to pop into Romanus. We're probably going to do some... We'll see where that takes us, right? We're probably going to do some gear grinding? Maybe gear grinding? I don't know. I might do that off... It depends if I have time. I'm probably not going to have time, so probably not going to do that off camera. We need to grind for materials, both in Romanus Tower, so it's good we're already going there. But also some of the unique mobs we got to get some drops from to do the final deals. So we'll probably do that. So we've got Romanus Tower, final deals. We've got the ultimate gear. I might do the ultimate gear off camera if I have time, because that's literally just going and selecting which ultimate gear I want to go ahead and use 8 pieces of. So we'll see about that. And then just upgrading all of the stuff if we can. That's actually a good point. We might not be able to. We'll look into that. And then we've got to figure out all the extra parts, right? Like, we still got the Goblin Quest. We still got the elevator in Rock Bottom. We've got the goblins underneath Rock Bottom that leads to. We've got the goblins in O'Grain. We've got the Tad-Eye area, right? Which I'm assuming we need more of that stuff to kill the Tad-Eyes with. We'll see how that goes. And I think that's mostly it, like wrapping up a couple of little things here or there. So, seems like we are getting close to it, but there's still a lot on our docket if we want to 100% the game. And I feel like this is one of those games that I'm probably going to try to 100%. As long as something doesn't become especially frustrating to try to work through. So, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, we are going to be back tomorrow with more Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We will be back on Thursday with more Chained Echoes. Thanks for hanging out. We will raid out, but that is going to be the end of this video. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.